Hi everyone. Long time no see. I can't even remember the last time I posted a video. I think it was in like September. But I really want to kick up YouTube again and I have some ideas planned. Hopefully I'll be uploading on a regular schedule. I always say that, but like I'm gonna try. Excuse my green hands. I just dyed my eyebrows and I use green conditioner so my hands are kind of always green. Anyways, this video is about the 2 times I almost got kidnapped. It's not clickbait, I promise. I don't actually know like how common these kidnapping stories are. Like, there are a lot of fucked up people in the world, and I don't think it's like a super uncommon thing, unfortunately. The first time was in like 1st to 3rd grade. I don't exactly remember. I don't even remember who I was with. I've asked around. I can't even figure out who was with me. But the second time was before the end of the school year last year, and it was when my phone was broken, so it was probably around like May, April. Yeah, both times were like not that scary until I'm like looking back on it, like either like later that day or a long time later, like now, and I'm just like, what the fuck? They're both like, they're not like super like, oh, I escaped my kidnapper, I was like in the back of a van, nothing like that, but like they're kind of red flaggy. So I'm going to talk about them in chronological order. The first time I was at my school, my elementary school, and I was playing with 2 other people. We were playing 2 or 3 other people. We were playing kickball, and I think I had the ball and it rolled all the way to the other side of the parking lot just as the bell rang. And so everyone else was going inside, but they stayed out waiting for me, and I went to the other side of the parking lot to get the kickball. Then I came back and there was this guy coming around from like, the parking lot is kind of like shaped like this, and he was coming around this side by the playground. And he rolled up to us and he was like, hey, have you guys seen a little puppy running around? And we were like, no. And he's like, I'm looking for my puppy. Do you want to come help me find him? And we were like, no, we have to get to class. And then he was just like, okay, and drove away. And like for the longest time I was like, you know, like he might have just been looking for his dog. Maybe he's just a weird guy and thinks it's okay to ask like 8-year-olds to come into his van and like help him look for his puppy, but I really doubt it. Yeah, and I remembered this a few months ago after I was watching What Would You Do, and like the exact same scenario happened on it where they had like a fake kidnapper and he asked people to come look at his dog in their van, and I was like, wow, he took that right out of the handbook, didn't he? Sorry if I sound like too upbeat for this type of video or something, but like I don't know, I laugh to deal with like weird shit. Anyways, the second time was last April, May. I think it was May because it was after my birthday but before I got my license, and I was waiting outside of the Cashwise parking lot. If you're not from like the Midwest, it's a grocery store, and I didn't have my phone because my phone was broken, and my mom had left with her phone in her purse to go get groceries. And so I was just waiting in the parking lot because I didn't really feel like going in. I was tired. And I think I was actually sick I was sick that day. I hadn't gone to school. It was during school hours. And I was just like sitting, waiting for her to come back, doing nothing, just listening to the radio, when I see this woman out of the corner of my eye, and she's like standing a few feet away from the car and like looking at me, just staring at me. And I'm trying not to make eye contact with her because I'm awkward, and I'm not a very good conversationalist, and I know I'm not really supposed to talk to people. Like, I'm 15 in this, so like I'm still like don't talk to strangers, don't like do any of this stuff. I'm still like that now. I'm almost 17, but like whatever. And so then I accidentally make eye contact with her because I'm like trying to get another good look at her. She has scabs like all over her face, and she She comes over and she starts talking to me, and I have the doors locked. I have the window all the way rolled up, and I can't hear her. So then I do the stupidest thing ever, and I unlock the door, and I open it just an inch, and I say, "What did you say?" And she looks at me, and she's like, "I said, do you want a cigarette?" And I was like, "No, thank you." And she's like, "Come on, have a cigarette with me. My car's right over there." And she pointed, like, just in a random direction in the parking lot, like, by some trees. And I was like, "No, thanks." And I just shut the door and locked it. And then she starts banging on the door. And, like, I don't even know what she's saying. She's, like, telling me to open the door. She's, like, saying, "Come on." Like, I don't know what's going on. But, like, eventually, I think she sees something or someone in the parking lot, and she just walks away. And I was really freaked out. I wasn't really sure what I was supposed to do, so I just waited for my mom to come back, and we drove off, and I didn't tell her. And I didn't tell her until I was lying in bed that night, and she comes into my room, and she's like, "You seem really off today. Like, is there something going on?" And I, like, almost start crying because I, like, feel, I didn't tell her because I thought she was going to be mad at me because I opened the door a little bit, which is stupid, like, in hindsight. Like, I know I shouldn't have done it, but I also should have told her. And then I did tell her that later that night, and she just, like, she's not mad. She's just like, "I really wish you would have told me, because I would have, like, told the cashier at Cashwise or something, and they could have, like, questioned her or something." But that's, like, a thing that people do. Like, they'll, like, people in sex trafficking, they'll take a woman, like, someone who seems more, like, trustworthy, and try to lure teenagers out and then kidnap them. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a thing that happens. And so, like, I didn't think it was a big deal until, like, I was talking to my mom about it, and I realized how fucked up that sounded, and she explained that to me. And yeah, it was really freaky, but, you know, yeah. Neither time, I never got their name, license plate information, or anything. I just I didn't think of it either time, because when something like that is happening, you don't really think, like, "Oh, I'm about to get kidnapped," or, "Oh, I should write this down." It can just feel like a normal interaction, or you could just not be paying close enough attention. And especially if you're, like, a gullible person like me, so obviously be careful out there. Don't open cars for strangers. Don't open your car door for strangers, sorry. If you're a little kid and you're watching this, I don't know why you would be. Don't talk to strangers. Don't get in a stranger's van. And don't have cigarettes with strangers, I guess. But anyways, that's today's video. I hope it was at least a little bit entertaining, and maybe gave you some information that will be helpful to you somehow in the future. I have more videos planned. I'm gonna do some fashion stuff. And I'm gonna do some reviews on things, and yeah, it's gonna be good. And I'm gonna try my best to make some good videos. Also, sorry if, like, my eyebrows are done really bad, or, like, they're tinged with green, my skin, because I just dyed my eyebrows. I think I mentioned that in the beginning, and my skin is stained, and it kind of hurts. I used 20 volume bleach, and I think I have a chemical burn, but, you know, it's okay. Yeah, and I'm planning on doing something new with my hair soon. I'm gonna keep the green, but I'm gonna add a little bit of the... It'll be a surprise. It'll be cool, I promise. Okay, bye. Bye.